What's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. Willie PK back with another one. So, you know, college degrees, right? We all know that the college degree was the path, it was the way, it was the promise, it was the process. No Joel Embiid. But if you're like me, the process didn't pan out. And now we're looking at being debt slaves for our whole lives and things like that. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about how college degrees are now today worthless. And before we even get into it, I just want to talk a little bit about how I feel about this next generation coming up, because they don't know, well, I mean, you should be able to put two and two together, but I mean, was I able to do that? No. That when you see your peers coming up and they're telling you, those that are older than you telling you about how certain things didn't work out necessarily. And, it could be a number of factors, especially in my situation. I went for the cybersecurity degree and all that. But, there was no pipeline that was going to promise, if you go here, you can come out X, Y, and Z, like it might be for a trade or something like that. Which, I've also heard is still challenging. But, I say all that to say, these young cats coming up and stuff like that, you should be able to calculate the ROI on your investment. And don't just go in for any degree that you're not going to be able to pay it back. Long story short. But without further ado, let's get into it.
What would you say are the 5 most worthless college degrees?
Certainly, like psychology is a classic one, history, the arts thrive. I went to school for music composition. I was making money off of it because I had a business brain, but Gen Z, with the rise of AI right now, they're entering one of the worst job markets we've had in a long time. I want to see people getting into those degrees that are more AI resistant. Nursing's incredible. We got to get dudes in nursing. I don't think people are going to want a nurse robot. Even if it is better, in the end, I think you still want that human touch in that field. Banking, finance, yeah, you're going to have AI integrated, but there's such a heavy regulatory environment that it might be more resistant to AI soon. And then women into the trades would be awesome as well. We need more of that, and we need more men in social work. It's not gay to be a nurse. There's nothing wrong with being gay, Jack. Okay?
A lot of business owners in Florida.
So, let me go back.
What would you say are the 5?
That's why I said psychology isn't useless. 2 question marks. On an interpersonal and an interhuman level, of course not, because this is a sidebar, but one of the phrases that I coined, or that I came up with recently, is that there is no I am without awareness. I felt like that was an enlightened thought that I was having. And so, of course, as we get to know ourselves, the great philosophers say, know thyself. That's how we progress and stuff like that. But how does that turn into money? And should you invest a certain dollar amount to be able to, and most would agree, yes, because the hourly rate for a psychologist, a therapist, and stuff like that is pretty high. But at the same time, from our consumer's perspective, because of insurance and stuff like that, we're able to see someone for, I mean, this is not a point here nor there, but the going rate for us to be able to see someone with that expertise is a lot of times only $15, $30, $40 an hour, or $30, $40 a visit. So I guess if you're doing that math, who knows actually how they make their money back. But let's get into the next clip.
A lot of business owners in Florida, quite frankly, in the country, they didn't go to college or they dropped out.
Yep. You know, what's
Most-
funny
most
is
people don't know
due
that.
to what the world sees of college, that young kids today want to be in the trades because they're seeing college, unfortunately, has
It
not
doesn't
has
pan
become
out.
something. It's changed. When I went to school,
Yeah.
and admittedly, I went because I wanted to play football at the next level. But even there, I had to work. You know, and I got my teaching degree, but like it was like one of those you went to school to get something, and then all of a sudden it changed to where you went to school to be indoctrinated and get degrees that aren't worth the paper they're printed on.
Useless degrees. Number 10 is archaeology. You're not going to be no Indiana Jones, okay? Number 9 is film. Pick up a camera, you got one on your phone, start filming some shit, watch a bunch of movies, get it together. Like, you don't need to go to school for that. Number 8, history. If it's history, it's in the past. There ain't shit going on with it anymore. Number 7, travel and tourism. Why are you wasting your money
That's a
learning
degree,
about this
wow.
shit and not just going out there and traveling? Number 6, liberal arts. What the fuck does that even mean, liberal arts? Number 5 is dance. Nobody needs to go to
What in the
school for
world?
this. Michael Jackson, Britney Spears,
I
they
never
were all
heard of that.
incredible dancers before they could even step foot in a college. They were the most famous dancers, period, in the world. Just start dancing. Number 4 is photography. This is kind of the same thing as film. Take your phone out, start taking pictures, don't waste your money. Number
Right.
3 is art. Need I say more? Especially art history. Like, that's fucking useless. Number 2 is theater. Now, what are the
So you have to think about it. If they're in a sense trapping us with these quote unquote degrees, what is the environment and where we can cultivate as young people these, these passions, these skill sets in a professional manner? And I guess, from what he was saying, it is just that. You just have to go out there and start doing the thing. Don't waste your money on just doing the thing. They give you a piece of paper saying you used your phone. Meanwhile, you use your phone every day for essentially nothing except for, the big $1,000, $1,500 that we put down for an iPhone. But yeah. Let's see what else we got.
The reason that people don't think that a college degree is important anymore is because it's not. Modern college degrees are largely useless. They aren't job training. They're barely education, and they have no cohesive standard. That's the biggest thing. When someone says, oh, they have a college degree, I'm like, that means nothing. Why? Because the colleges, again, are so greedy. People laugh about bachelor's degrees from the University of Phoenix. How is that materially different from Yale? How is that materially different from UNC? How is that different from University of South Dakota?
And let's go
The
back
reason
to
that people don't think
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different avenues for you to acquire knowledge today. You can go use all the massively online courses that are available. YouTube University, but it just brings to my remembrance that I heard something that Ty Boogie was saying. Shout out Ty Boogie. About people were saying that taking the military was the easy way out or something like that. And really, if you look at how university is panning out for us, especially over here in the U.S., the military seems like the smart way to go. And I remember how I used to personally felt whenever I had some basketball friends that, oh, he went to the military. I always just felt like, oh, that's a punishment and stuff like that. And, I can understand what the people were saying, like, oh, it's the easy way because you think you don't know anything. So you think, oh, they went to take the stipend and all that, the housing stipend. But when you really, have a plan for the future and you decide to rank up and stuff like that, and not only that, but the stuff that you, like what he was saying from his own experience, Ty Boogie, the stuff that you have to go through and live with. My dad even has a friend that he did his 40 years in the military, and now he's teaching like these different ammunitions courses and stuff like that. But last time he went to visit him, he said, you know, he would just go in and out. They would be driving in the car, he was riding, sitting next to him, and then all of a sudden he just blanked and was going through his PTSD episode. But yeah, that stuff is hard. There's nothing easy about that, you know. But in the name of ranking up and getting something out of life, the military definitely is paying out more than college is at this point. Shoot. Oh, whoops.
I am a master.
My bad, y'all. Let's start it again.
Man, I'm my mama, bro. What they don't know is Zeke. Once I got done, I said on my mama, I'm not never going back to school.
You want to go
I
back
feel
and get
you.
your master's?
I am a master.
He said, I am a master.
Come on.
Expand on that,
Come
though.
on, Zeke. Bro, I put in all this work, bro. Think about it, Zeke. I was going to school since I was 3 years old, bro.
Come on.
So I put in like 13 years, bro.
You feel
Like,
me?
come on, bro. I'm really a master at what I do.
He about
I'm
to
saying?
start cracking up.
That's the reality of it. Niggas be bragging about their PhDs.
Yeah. And nigga really ain't even a master at what he do yet. You know what I mean? I've been a master. But chat, it's crazy. I knew I was gonna be a master before I was even a master. You know what I'm
is he
saying?
talking about?
That it's crazy to say
It's
it.
the
It's
greatness,
truth.
the greatness inside of you, I
Word is
guess.
master.
Nah.
This guy said the value of most college degrees is rapidly approaching $0. And honestly, I think that's absolutely insane.
Wow.
Because to be honest, I think it's already at $0 pretty much. Anyone that's actually been in college and that will answer you truthfully will tell you that once they got a job, if they got a job.
If, right.
I want to say there's probably 80% of people that don't even get jobs right after college,
So we're
especially
in the
not
same
in their
boat,
field.
man.
If they did get a job in their field,
Man.
they learned everything for that job
Depressing.
on the job, outside of doctors and nurses,
Right.
because they have to go and do clinicals, which one could argue, why not just go and do an internship at a hospital, and then they would still learn the same thing. And he goes on to talk about the same thing. He says 80% of the degrees are completely useless. He says it doesn't provide job training, is barely educational. 100% true. Have you ever thought about how these courses don't really change and haven't changed for decades upon decades upon decades? Like when they first were created, that is the same stuff that they're teaching you now. Stay with me now, because if you think about it, like let's say engineering, what I did in school, they make you do algebra and trig and calc 1 and calc 2 and calc 3 all by hand. Because back in the day, that's the way they did it. Like the engineers actually had to like do these calculations by hand. Like they might have some simple calculators. Now we have programs to do all this stuff. Like even now, how fast technology is moving, AI does so much for us, and none of these classes are teaching you how to use AI like in the workplace, which is the way these workplaces will move now. So not only are they outdated for the people that were like millennials like me and like, you know, learning back in the 2010s, now they're super outdated because every single year, actually honestly every single 3 months, you're having more and more technology come out, which is going to be part of the workplace, and they're not teaching about it.
If you just get a marketing degree, don't. If you just get a
Go back.
This guy said the
So he's saying that it seems like 80% of universities should close. Too many people wasting years of life going to worthless degrees, right? We even talk about this in my house. One of my cousins, she went in, and I think it was like ITT Tech or something like that. And then she graduated, stuff like that. Then the school, what do you call that? I want to say they liquidated. That's not the right term, but the accreditation failed, and then they cancel all the degrees. So all the money that was spent, you're just leaving people in debt. They have nothing, literally. You just took from them, and then that's it. Like, that's just a shame, regardless of what the degree was. Like, that's just a Ponzi scheme, a scam. It's infuriating. What do you guys experience with, college degrees, stuff like that? Were you gung-ho about what you were sold? Did you make it out? Did you make it into the field? What was your experience like? Let me know.
If you just get a marketing degree, don't do an internship, you have an F tier degree. You're not getting a job in that. Like, I think I would have an easier job landing a marketing job with social media experience that I have than somebody that actually got a degree in marketing. And maybe I'm wrong, but I fully believe that if I applied to a marketing job and I went, here are my accolades and I have a degree in philosophy, and some dude went, I did a 6-month internship here and I have a degree in marketing, I'm probably getting the job.
I would say that's true because, it's a real world experience. You're doing the thing. That's the key. Key to life that I want to pass on. Just get out of your head, do the thing. But without further ado, it's Willie PK, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.